The likelihood of a fight with you and Terence Crawford, it would be one of the biggest in boxing.
We're not talking about yet about the fight. Me and we're gonna know each other, and then we're gonna.
Terence Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez, two of boxing's pound-for-pound greats, are set to clash this September during Mexico's Independence Day weekend. This electrifying announcement has ignited excitement among fans and critics alike. But this isn't just a fight. It's a historic spectacle. Legacy, pride, and championship glory are on the line, alongside the promise of staggering pay-per-view sales and ticket demand. Expect fireworks and a showdown for the ages.
Are you going to be in a camp? I know you're...
In camp? Training camp? In March.
Okay, so
At the beginning of the middle of the...
Seen Canelo at anything Riyadh season. He wasn't at the sort of the ring relaunch, if you like, a couple of weeks ago in Saudi. So he's almost kept his distance from it. We haven't sort of any connection between Canelo and Saudi Arabia. So I didn't expect him to be there. And when he was there, I was like, okay, this is interesting. We might get Canelo Crawford. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh my God.
Amid the buzz, one question looms. How is this even fair? Crawford, the unbeaten welterweight wizard at 147 lbs, is jumping up 21 lbs to challenge Canelo, a super middleweight powerhouse. While Canelo can bulk up post-weigh-in, Crawford enters as the underdog in a story straight out of Hollywood. The audacity of this matchup defies logic, demanding a deeper dive into this thrilling yet improbable showdown.
5 fights that he wants to see this year. Is that a fight that you're considering now?
We'll see. We'll see.
Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, you know, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you asking about that, because you say, your matchup is coming out with other weight classes, and that's it, and he's welterweight. So
Canelo Alvarez, boasting a 62-22 record with 39 KOs, is more than a fighter. He's a boxing chameleon. Starting as a super welterweight, he ascended weight classes as if collecting infinity stones. In 2021, he made history, becoming the first undisputed 4-belt super middleweight champion, defeating all challengers who dared face him in the ring.
Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and obviously I tried to beat him, because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the...
Remember when Canelo knocked out Sergey Kovalev in 2019 to claim a light heavyweight title? That's the power he's bringing. Now, reigning comfortably at 168 lbs, he's made it clear. This division is his, and not even Crawford will change that.
These guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2.
Terence "Bud" Crawford, the undefeated phenom of the welterweight division, boasts an immaculate 41-0 record with 31 KOs. Renowned for his versatility, switching seamlessly between orthodox and southpaw, excelling in both close-quarters combat and long-range precision, Crawford cemented his legacy in 2023 as the first undisputed welterweight champion of the 4-belt era with a dominant win over Errol Spence Jr. He followed that up with a masterclass victory against Israel Madoff at 154 lbs in 2024. Now, Crawford is leaping to 168 lbs to face a fighter who's feasted on light heavyweights, Canelo Alvarez. The 14 pounds jump may seem minor to casual fans, but in boxing, it's monumental. Crawford isn't just stepping into uncharted waters. He's storming Canelo's fortress. History isn't kind to such daring moves, as most fighters struggle against the sheer size and power of their heavier opponents. Canelo's stats only amplify the challenge. He lands a devastating 42.5% of his power punches, many punishing the body, while Crawford's precision stands at an impressive 46.7% power punch accuracy. Yet Crawford has never faced a juggernaut with Canelo's raw strength. This isn't just a fight. It's a gamble against the odds.
Loads of things going around at the moment, including a big clash with Canelo Alvarez. Can you tell us what's going on in that situation, and can that happen next? We shall see.
Then there's the rehydration factor, or lack of restrictions. In simple terms, Canelo can bulk up as much as he wants post-weigh-in, likely stepping into the ring around 180 kg. Meanwhile, Crawford is adjusting to a completely new weight class, where even glancing blows feel like bricks. Some call it unfair, others call it smart business, but it's undeniably a massive advantage for Canelo. Speaking of business, the numbers are staggering. This fight is projected to generate over $200 million in revenue, with pay-per-view sales expected to shatter records. Canelo's bouts are proven cash machines. His 2018 showdown with Gennady Golovkin drew 1.1 million PPV buys. Meanwhile, Crawford's stock skyrocketed after his dominant win over Errol Spence Jr., a fight that amassed 650,000 buys. Together, their combined star power could redefine boxing's revenue benchmarks. Tickets for the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, where the fight will take place, have become the hottest commodity since Taylor Swift concert seats, making this a can't-miss spectacle.
Come my way and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight.
Not everyone is thrilled about this fight. Boxing legend Mike Tyson didn't mince words, bluntly stating, "I don't like this fight. The weight difference is just too much. It's not right." And he has a point. History is full of examples where smaller fighters struggled after taking on more than they could handle. Roy Jones Jr.'s leap to heavyweight in 2003, where he defeated John Ruiz, is one such case. While Jones won, the toll on his body became evident when he returned to light heavyweight. Still, Crawford isn't one to shy away from challenges. In 2018, he moved up to 147 obs and dismantled Jeff Horn to claim the WBO welterweight title. Critics doubted his ability to adapt to the higher weight class, and Crawford made them eat their words. Andre Ward, a former pound-for-pound king, has called Crawford a master of dissecting opponents. But dissecting a natural super middleweight like Canelo Alvarez, that's an entirely different challenge. The timing of this fight is no accident. Mexico's Independence Day weekend has become synonymous with Canelo's biggest bouts, from his trilogy with Gennady Golovkin to his 2022 clash with Caleb Plant. The atmosphere in Las Vegas will be electric, with Mexican fans rallying behind their hero, while Crawford supporters dream of an upset for the ages.
Any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'd be a
What's the end game for Canelo Alvarez? For him, this fight is a chance to solidify his status as untouchable. Defeating Crawford would silence critics who accuse him of cherry-picking opponents or avoiding tough challenges. A loss, however, could tarnish his legacy, with skeptics quick to highlight Crawford's smaller size. For Terence Crawford, this is the ultimate high-stakes gamble. Win, and he cements himself as one of boxing's all-time greats, immortalized in history. Lose, and the narrative shifts to one of ambition exceeding ability. The risk-reward dynamic couldn't be higher. The build-up to this fight promises to be electric. Analysts will dissect every potential outcome, trainers will develop intricate game plans, and fans will speculate whether Crawford's speed and technical brilliance can overcome Canelo's raw power and experience. Will the welterweight genius prove that skill can outshine size, or will the Mexican icon once again demonstrate that in boxing, size often rules? As we approach September, one thing is undeniable. This is more than a fight. It's a cultural phenomenon, a clash of styles, and a testament to boxing's timeless appeal. Whether you love or hate the matchup, Crawford versus Canelo is destined to be an unforgettable chapter in the sport's history.
But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in, because I don't like to fight guys like Crawford, because
boxing fans around the globe are abuzz as Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford inch closer to a historic showdown. Saudi boxing chief Turki Alik has announced that an official offer will soon be made to finalize the highly anticipated bout, set for 2025. Touted as one of the biggest events in boxing history, the fight promises to captivate fans worldwide. Canelo Alvarez, once the undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO super middleweight champion, recently faced a significant setback. He was stripped of his IBF title after opting to fight Edgar Berlanga on September 14th instead of fulfilling his mandatory defense against William Skull. This decision ended his undisputed reign, but left him firmly holding the WBA, WBC, and WBO titles at super middleweight. Despite this obstacle, the Mexican superstar remains a dominant force in his division. With his eyes set on defending his crown in Las Vegas, Canelo is gearing up for another defining chapter in his storied career. Terence Crawford is riding high on recent achievements, having become the undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO welterweight champion last year. Now, he's stepping up to super welterweight to face Israel Madrimov for the WBA title. This highly anticipated fight, set for next weekend in Los Angeles, is part of the Riyadh season card organized by XI Alec to spotlight Saudi Arabia as a global boxing hub. Crawford's ambitions and Alec's vision have aligned, paving the way for a monumental future for the sport in the region.
50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws.
The potential showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford poses a significant challenge due to their weight class differences. Bridging the 14-pound gap is no small feat, but both fighters have demonstrated remarkable versatility throughout their storied careers. Saudi boxing chief Alal Sheikh is determined to make this dream fight a reality, promising to offer Canelo a fair price while urging him to keep financial demands reasonable to ensure smooth negotiations. This fight is about more than titles. It's about legacy. Should both fighters triumph in their upcoming bouts, their clash will usher in a historic new chapter for boxing. Fans eagerly await confirmation as the pieces fall into place for what could be the most electrifying event of 2025. With Canelo and Crawford both at the top of their game, the outcome remains highly unpredictable. This uncertainty only adds to the intrigue, making the matchup one of the most anticipated in recent memory.